Ayubowan Teruwan Saranai Guru Maniyo. Today I'm speaking with Kalyani Warnasuriya Guru Maniyo from Veemanssa Buddhist Center, Colombo 8.
තෙරුවන් සරණයි පුතේ.
Guru Maniyo, a commonly asked question is whether Buddhism is a religion or philosophy. So my first question I have is if Buddhism is a religion or a philosophy, and when was Buddhism started?
පුතා, Buddhism is not a philosophy. It is a religion. But Buddhist philosophy itself revealed by a Buddha, the enlightened one, to the world. That is how the Buddhism started. Once the Buddhism is absorbed into the culture of a country, then it becomes a Buddhism. Buddhist philosophy is the core of the Buddhism. When it comes to ism, it should be a religion, not a philosophy. Buddhist philosophy is a way of life. It explains about the cosmic nature of the universe as well as the very nature of the being and its evolution. That is how it comes. Once you can get an example from the Lord Buddha, the Gautama the Buddha. Once he was enlightened, he revealed what he has understood about this very nature and the evolution of being within this cosmic universe. When the Buddhist philosophy is absorbed into a culture, for example, when it absorbed into Japanese culture, it becomes Japanese Buddhism. When it is absorbed into the China, it becomes Chinese Buddhism, and that is how it comes out, So you can understand there is a difference between Buddhism and Buddhist philosophy. Buddhist philosophy is the very nature when an enlightened person revealed to the universe.
Okay, the second question is what is the meaning of Buddha?
Puta, Buddha is a human being who destined one day in samsara to become a Buddha one day. By looking at another Buddha, he destined to become a Buddha one day. Then he has to follow a lot of coursework, that is mental coursework and mental evolution. Then one day, when he is fully enlightened, then he become a Buddha. Buddha means a fully enlightened one. He understood the very nature of the universe and the very nature of the evolution of a human being or a being within this universe. That person calls the Buddha.
Okay, thank you. The next question is Buddha
no
a
Buddha.
God?
Buddha is not a god, but he is greatest god among gods. Before becoming Buddha as a Bodhisattva, he was in different god realms. Within those god realms, he has to face into different mental evolutions too.
All right. My next question is, does Buddhism claim that the world was created by God?
No, Buddha. Buddhism does not claim that the world is created by the God. In Buddhist philosophy, it doesn't say that. In Buddhist philosophy, Buddha revealed the evolution of a being, and in one state, Buddha revealed that that being can become a Buddha. No one can create a God, the nature itself in a being can create the God state. That is how it reveals that the same being can become Brahma, the same being can become a human, or that same become will be born in the hell, and that is how the real nature itself defines the godship or Brahma or whatever of a being, not a creator God is there, not anyone can create some other person. The thoughts or the nature of that being created himself to be a Buddha or Brahma or whoever it is within the universe. Pute, the most powerful god in Theravada Buddhism or Sri Lanka Buddhism is God Sakra. But if we go to the Tibetan Buddhism or in other Buddhism, they have their own names. But to my understanding, I have no idea. They all are similar because the deities they have chosen through their own culture. So that is the problem. But according to our tradition, the god Sakra is the most powerful god.
Okay, Guru Maniyo. My next question is that Buddhism denies the existence of a creator God. Does that necessarily mean that God does not exist?
Buddha, in those days when Buddha is there, most of the time, lot of gods visited him at midnight to learn about Dhamma, and some questions they brought some questions, especially about the Mangala Karana, about the even in Mahasamya Sutra, there are a lot of gods throughout the Buddhist philosophy, and even in all sutras, Buddha talk about gods, but not about a creator God. Buddhism denies that fact. There is a creator God. Even in my earlier question, even in my earlier answer to, I explained that the nature of a person defines the realms where he will be born, not by a creator God.
All right, I will move on to another question. Does Buddhism require the belief in God?
No, Buddha, Buddhism does not need to have a belief in God. But in for a beings who is having higher thoughts or higher achievements, like to become Arahat or Pacheka Buddha or Samma Sambuddha, there is a help from the God beings. Even you heard about the god Sakra, or there are a lot of higher gods. They are coming and help those sentient beings. That is why we don't have, not necessarily have the belief in God, but we have to understand there is a God realm and they are helping when people are in need. We have to be good and we have to follow the Dhamma in order to have their attention. That is what we needed as Buddhists.
Okay, Guru Maniyo. The next question is, what is the nature of God according to Buddhism?
Uta, there is a difference between according to the Buddhism and according to the Buddhist philosophy. The meaning is different because if we say, for example, if we are talking about the God in Tibetan Buddhism, it is different than in Chinese Buddhism, and there is a big difference in Japanese Buddhism, and so on. If we talk about the God, according to the Buddhist philosophy, there is one idea, So I like to make a change, because in Tibet there are a lot of deities, lot of devas or lot of gods, and even in Chinese they are treating it as differently, and even in Buddhism we are calling about millions and millions of gods in God realms, in our belief, according to Sri Lankan Buddhism or Theravada Buddhism. But even though we know that any being can become a god because of the merit they have collected in past lives, what they are doing, their very nature is just spend their merits in God realms. That is what they have. When they are losing the merits, then either they can go to hell or to go to a lower realm, that is becoming a human being and so on, But if they have if they are, even by being a god, if they follow the Buddhist philosophy, then they can achieve even the arahanthood, that is the very nature of the God in Buddhist philosophy, not in Buddhism. Okay.
Alright, Guru Maniyo. Who was the most powerful god in Buddhism?
Pute, the most powerful god in Theravada Buddhism or Sri Lanka Buddhism is God Sakra. But if we go to the Tibetan Buddhism or in other Buddhism, they have their own names. But to my understanding, I have no idea. They all are similar, because the deities they have chosen through their own culture, So that is the problem. But according to our tradition, the god Sakra is the most powerful god.
Okay, Guru Maniyo. I will move on to my final question. Who is God of fulfillment? And does God of fulfillment exist in real?
Actually, Pute, the god of fulfillment or the Ishta Devatava is like our immediate supervisor. Physically, when we attach to some work or something, we have an immediate supervisor. In spiritually, the god of fulfillment or Ishta Devatava is like our spiritual immediate supervisor, and he is the one depending on our depending on our personal goals or our spiritual goals. The supervisor is different, therefore not everybody gets a god of fulfillment or Ishtadevatava. Most of the time, if we have if our goal is in a high something like the nirvana or arahat or special something like that, then we get a god of fulfillment.
Okay, Guru Maniani, that's the end of the session. We learned a lot from your discussion held today. I thank Guru Maniyo very much for having a productive discussion today, and may you inherit lots of merit. I Bowan Buddha Saranai Guru Maniani.
Ayubowan Busarnai Putih.
So we will be conducting further programs likewise in order to find answers for questions we have in life according to Buddhism. So with that ambition, I shall wind up this program today. And to my dear viewers, if you have any questions or suggestions, please comment below and also like and share this video with your Dhamma friends. I Bowan Buddha Saranai.